Hello everyone! So I'm standing out here watching all this snow melt. We've got like rivers now, literally. But we still have quite a bit of snow left. All the animals are happy. They're out actually playing in it because it's not so cold. Let me see. It's 52. That's crazy. So we were 0 just a few days ago. So this is the same road that I ran on when it was really good and snowy. And like 12 degrees, I think, when I ran that day. Which we Texans are not used to. Oh, I forgot to start my watch. I'm going to start it now and let you look at the dogs because I have to turn the camera around. I'm really not sure how this is going to go. It may be slick in some places, but I would think that it's all melted by now. There we go. But running in the snow is not as efficient, which I still got a good workout. I burnt almost 500 calories. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to run. And all this puddles, I've already got one foot soaking wet, so it really doesn't matter. Here's all the puppies. If you can see them with the sun. And Luke Dane, he's the daddy. Hey Luke, it's pretty boy. Here's the pretty horses. Hi. Are y'all happy? Are you happy? I'm trying to get a picture of that. Hi, little man. Hi. Hi, little man. Aren't they pretty? And it is beautiful. Still beautiful. What all God has done for us. Even though it was rough for a lot of people this past week, and some people wondered how they were going to get through it. He's following me. Little man, you want to go with Mama? Yeah, you want to go with Mama? Even though it was rough, we knew that God was still with us and that He would not allow us to fall. Some pops may have bursted. Some people lost power. We didn't. Thank you, Jesus. We had a lot of animals that we needed to keep warm. So that is very good. My little man. But, you know, there are losses. We did lose a couple baby goats. We've all had losses of some sort. But, you know, God is still there. There's reasons for everything. We don't know what they are, and we don't need to know what they are right now. We're still here. We're still alive. We're well, safe. Been through a lot this past year with COVID. We haven't gotten that either, thank the Lord. Could possibly still happen, but I'm not in fear. I've not been in fear most of the time because I know He's there. And when you don't live in fear, you just live a happier life. You just decide, I'm not going to focus on the bad, I'm going to focus on the good. I'm going to make good out of everything, right? So that's how we have to be. I know a lot of people talk about that. No negativity, a lot of positive mental attitude. PMA is what our preacher likes to preach all the time. Brother Frank. And it's exactly right. We definitely need to do that. But don't just let it become words or something that you hear all the time. Really, live it. Live it. Choose to be happy. You know, it says in the Bible, Paul said it, I think myself happy. Was that Acts? I can't think right now. I think it's Acts 12:1 or something like that. Anyway, it's a very good verse. Think yourself happy. Take what you have and be happy with it. And when you do that, your mind opens up. There's so much more that comes out of you whenever you have an open mind. So many more thoughts. You're clearer thinking. But if you're negative and you're down and all you're focusing on is that, how can you think of anything better? How can you try to get yourself out of the rut? You can't. So you say, I am going to do well. I am going to rise up. I'm going to keep going. And it's great to have dreams. We should have dreams, all of us. But it doesn't mean that the dreams that we have are going to go the way that we think they're going to go. God will help us. But sometimes it's totally different than what we thought was going to happen. Different path, different road. And that's okay. You just don't give up on your dream. Just say, wasn't going about it the right way. It's not the right time. I need to get some stuff in order first. Whatever. But you never give up. And we don't think negative about it. You know, I often think, like I told somebody today, they were using their electricity, their heat, and they knew their bill was going to be huge. Well, they were worried about that, and their heat was cut off. Not sure if it was done through the electric company or if they had an outage, but for about 3 days they had no power, so they had to use their wood stove, which they had firewood for, and they were able to keep warm. They made it happen. They made it work. So then I reminded them, well, remember whenever you were afraid of your heating bill being too high? Well, there's 3 days less of a heating bill. They didn't think of it that way. And they were like, well, yeah, that is something positive about it. It was hard work loading that stove and making sure that it was right and there was no fires and all that. Yeah, but you got what you asked for, and your heating bill will be less now. So, I mean, it's just things like that. We have to think about, well, why might this have happened? There's got to be something good in it, because God is there, and He's always with us if you invite Him in. If you're not, and you're negative, and you haven't talked to God lately, and you haven't asked Him to really come in, then yeah, He can't come to where you don't ask Him. He can't, unless you invite Him in, He can't really help. He's got to know that you want Him to help. You have to say it. You have to mean it. And so, I mean, just talk to Him like a friend. Anytime that you're stressed or down, just start talking to Him, just like He's right there standing beside you, because guess what? He is. And, you can be angry, you can vent, you can say all of these things, and then pray and ask God to help you with it, and He will. And so, like I said, my life is not all cotton candy and rainbows. It's not. We've had some bad times. I sat and cried in the backyard when 2 baby goats were found. It wasn't due to the freezing temperatures or anything. It was one of our dogs got a little too rough. They weren't trying to kill them. She just was playing, and we didn't know she was out there. And, things happen. Now, I don't understand it. I don't know why those 2 babies had to go. Could have been something wrong with them. Just could have been the fact that I really need to teach her and to train her a little bit more around the other animals. She didn't know that she chases the mom and daddy all the time and they play. She didn't know that the babies couldn't handle it. And it was cold, so I'm sure the cold did have something to do with it. But, it took me a couple of days to really get through that. And I'll be honest, I was even saying, God, why? I mean, I don't get it. And I still don't get it, completely. But He knows. He knows. And I know that, I have to talk with the kids more about making sure they don't let the dogs out without us knowing. And my husband didn't know and all of that. Everybody was busy. I was taking a shower. You know how it is. So what I'm getting at is, oh, that's so pretty. You gotta look. Isn't that beautiful? So that's God's work. Because through all of this, under all of this snow, look at all this water our earth got. Look how green the grass is. Do you see that? You see how green it is? Can you tell? I'm not sure because the sun. Can you tell? Oh, it's beautiful. It's just trickling. And it's our earth. God gave us this earth. Come on! My dog decided he's gonna wimp out on me. He's going back. Come on, Red. You can go. Come on. This is just my warm-up walk, and I gotta run in a minute. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is my life is hard too. I just choose a different way to look at it. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. And just for you to try to focus on the good things. Have peace. Have joy. Because that's what he wants us to have. Because if you don't have the peace and joy now, in 20 years, you may look back and it may be, too late to enjoy those things you lost, especially if you have kids. It may be too late to spend that time with them because you were so busy worrying about everything else. Here your kids are over here begging to spend time with you or begging to learn something from you. And I will tell you this, they are learning. They're learning from everything you do. Even if you're quiet, they're learning. When mom and dad are quiet, something's wrong. This is how we handle things. And they're going to grow up and they're going to handle the same things the same way. Ask yourself, do I want my kids to handle this the same way I'm handling it? And most of the time you don't. And again, I'm not perfect. And many people that know me know that. I'm real. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm perfect. I just want to help with things that I have discovered. I want to help y'all too. I want to help you learn how to overcome them like I have. And I learned it from the Lord. And he's awesome. Once you find him, you'll know. And I know a lot of you have found him, and I'm not saying that you haven't. The closer you get to him, the closer relationship that is grown, has grown, the better it is. It really is. And, nobody can fix you but you. And it's nobody else's fault. We've all been through some bad stuff, but it's not anybody else's fault on who you are today. You can choose to be who you want to be. You can choose to be different. You can choose to be better than any of your family or friends have been. You can choose. You can choose who you hang around with. You can choose what you watch, what you listen to, what goes in and out of your head. You choose. So how about you choose happiness today? And you think yourself happy. Just like Paul said in Acts. I think myself happy. Write it on your mirror. I have a mirror in my bathroom that I have special markers, paint markers for. And when I think of things, actually, when the Lord puts those things in my head that day, I will write them on there. Some people call me the mirror motivator. And that's just what it is. It's supposed to motivate you. Do whatever you need to. Some people use sticky notes. Some people, leave the Bible laying around, certain verses. Whatever works for you. I like the mirror. It's my little, what's that word when you plan? Future board. They call it something, a vision board. That has become like a vision board for the day. And start your day right. Start your day with the Bible, with the devotional. Just wake up every day and say, I'm going to be different. I make myself happy. Have a great day. Bye.